Everyone online is screaming the same headline. AI SaaS, which is software built with AI, is the fastest way to get rich. But here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. Most founders will waste years, burn their savings, and never see a single dollar back. And I know because I scaled Passion.io to a $200 million valuation and millions in revenue. And I've seen exactly what makes software SaaS scale and what silently kills it. And today I'm going to show you the 3 biggest lessons that I learned navigating SaaS and AI over the last 12 months. Number 2, where the real opportunities are going into 2026. And number 3, the 3 levers that decide whether your SaaS dies or breaks 100 million enterprise valuation. So let's start with the biggest misconception about AI SaaS. Most people think AI SaaS is either rocket science or a gold rush, but both are wrong. The reality is that some founders ignore AI completely and they'll become Nokia or BlackBerry where they think everything is fine until it's not. Others bolt on just a little bit of AI, let's bake it in, but that won't cut it either. And the smartest ones that I've seen is they are going all in and make AI the core pillar of the product. And those are the companies that win. So let me share a quick story and I will be completely honest. Our biggest mistake last year was using AI internally to empower employees, but not embedding it into the product fast enough. A competitor actually went all in on AI workflows and their product suddenly looked just 10 times stronger. And that was a wake-up call. All right, let's go. Here are my 3 biggest learnings of the last 12 months. It's AI or die. If leadership does not embrace it, that means you as a founder, the company will die. It's simple as that. So at my company, Passion.io, I implemented that rule. And it goes like this. Whenever someone wants to hire someone, I say, is this for an AI agent? Or do you mean a human? And that, of course, teases them. But in the end, it shows that it's automation first before we hire anyone. That brings us to number 2. AI is a hygiene factor. What do I mean by that? Customers are not impressed anymore if you have AI. They're disappointed if you don't. It's like building a website without payments. It doesn't make any sense. It's just the expectation that people have right now. It's crazy, but that's true. Which brings us to number 3. Distribution, meaning to get customers, you have to become a publishing house. The winners are not just building, they're distributing stories. And with AI, you can double your marketing output with the same team. At my company, Passion.io, without AI, we would have to hire a second marketing team with all the stuff that we do on the marketing side. But with it, we produce double the content, double the ads, double the campaigns, and we stayed lean. And we are crushing it. So if you cannot build your company anymore without AI, the question is, what are the biggest opportunities then for 2026? Number 1, nail a use case. So let me give you an example. I recently met this founder. His startup is serving law firms automating their processes, and they hit 7 figures within 3 months with just 2 people because the use case was so high value for these law firms that are dusted and dated and they need to be more modern. And with these more automated processes, they can save 1, 2, 3 people on the admin side and that alone pays for it. Number 2, build AI marketing engines. That's what we built at Passion over the last years. And we built one internally at Passion with thousands of profitable campaigns, scaling content with brand faces and attracting the right customers. So AI does not just make marketing cheaper, it makes it unfair for everyone else. Number 4, the rule of 40. It means that growth and profitability have to be 40% or more. If you grow 30%, and you have 10% profit margin, that's 40%, that's good. And once you hit the rule of 40, your valuation just is a multiple of what it is if you do not have the rule of 40. And you know what? With AI, you can increase revenue by baking AI into your offer, therefore making it more attractive so more people buy it and you have better marketing efficiencies. But you can also cut OpEx, your operating expenditures, right? By automating more, automating processes. So if you do both, scaling revenue and also lowering cost, you can hit the rule of 40 easier, and that's how you break your $100 million valuation. And this is a great segue to share the 3 levers that decide if your software, e-com, or service business scales or dies. First one, product quality. AI speeds up your time to innovate. What do I mean by that? For example, with tools like Cursor or Replit or your GitHub Copilot, you can actually speed up development. And if you have an existing company, you can develop faster. Number 2, you need a distribution engine because without it, you will be invisible. There are actually multiple videos on my channel about that exact topic where I share a content content inspiration engine, a content production engine, a content repurposing engine, and a content promotion engine to scale quality content at scale to get customers at zero customer acquisition cost or even at the customer acquisition profit, which is crazy. But if that's interesting to you on how to build a distribution engine, check out these videos. Third, retention. Retention is so important for all our companies, right? Because the more people stay and the more you can expand on them, the more valuable your company gets. And at some point, when your cohorts are growing more than 100%, then your company is just growing by itself. It's a money printing machine and it's worth billions. Here's the smart thing. With AI credits or usage-based features, customers expand their spend automatically. For example, if someone creates something on your software, even before using it with their customers or for whatever purpose they're doing, right now, in many software tools, you can have AI credits to build, to speed up, to expedite the building and the quality of what's being built. And people love to pay for that because it makes them more effective, more productive. But that, of course, expands your revenue and expands the buy-in and the retention. And for that reason, it's really good for your revenue retention. If you get these three right, you will scale. If you miss just one of them, you will stall. And this actually raises a really interesting question. What if I had to start from scratch today to build a $100 million plus company? First, start as an agency and solve problems of companies out there with AI for a specific vertical, like the law guys did, to automate and improve processes in law practices, right? And with that, cracking 7 figures immediately. And then the second thing that you do is you productize the whole thing and you turn it into a software, into a SaaS. The beauty of that is you learn from the customers what really is the thing that they need and they pay for it. So that means you don't have to raise money from the VCs to hire developers and then to build something which the market might not even want. They tell you what they want and they pay you for it. And that finances your software. You then get more customers with automated AI-powered distribution engines. Once you master distribution, you want to really focus on retention and make that your number one metric. Why? Because let's say you have 10% of people leaving every single month. If you have 10 customers, that means every month one is leaving. But let's say you bring 10 in every month. So you don't care. Like, why would that matter, right? Next month you have 20 customers. The month after you have 30. But the thing is, if 10% leave of 30, it's 3 already, right? And that goes up until 100 customers, where 10% is 10 customers and you bring 10 customers in, all of a sudden you're plateauing at 100 customers. Bringing these people in is painful and then losing them is also painful. All of a sudden you have a glass ceiling. Nothing is working anymore. The moment when you drive retention down to, let's say, half to 5%, you're growing again, right? So retention is also your growth machine. And the sweet spot, of course, is that let's say you have some customers leaving, but you expand on the ones that stay. And that is called net revenue retention or net revenue expansion, right? Or net dollar retention. There's like so many words for that. Point is, if 10 people are leaving, but the ones that stay, you expand on them, you double the revenue, of course you're growing like crazy. That's what the most successful companies have done really well, like Slack or Microsoft or Salesforce. All the ones that became really successful mastered retention. And this brings us to the final one, which is really important, which is scale with the rule of 40. And that is where your company becomes very valuable and where anyone is interested in buying your company or investing into your company. Okay, so here's what you do next. If you want to see a specific use case of AI in my SaaS company, check this video here where I'm breaking down how we built our AI-powered marketing engine that took us to 8 figures profitably. And that's a video that will save you years of trial and error, so don't miss it. And don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video.